Hello waves, welcome back to my channel, and this video that's going to be my top 10 eyeshadow palettes of 2018. And this was really hard to do, but at the same time it was extremely easy because there's been a lot of eyeshadow palettes released in 2018 and I have loved a lot of them. Like, there's only been like 2 that I've tried where I've been like, ugh, I don't know about this one, this is pretty awful. And I do have a video on my the makeup, the worst makeup of 2018. That's what I'm trying to say. You spit it out, girl. And I do have that up on my channel already if you want to see that. I also have a get ready with me where I use all of my favorite makeup of 2018 and I do a look with all of that. And I'm in that video, I am using, in that look, I'm using 3 of the palettes that I'm going to mention here. So 3 of them you will already know of if you are watching all of my videos here. And if you're not, that's totally fine. But that look is also already up. It's not this look though. This look I did film just now before. This is from a Get Ready With Me where I chat about my makeup goals for 2019 and I use some Lethal Cosmetics makeup, and that look should already be up as well. And I will leave that down in the description box if you want to see how I did this look. So this is going to be 10 palettes that I think are the best palettes that I tried in 2018. I think that all of these were released in 2019. If I am mistaken, I'm very sorry, but I'm pretty sure that these were all released in 2018. But at least I think I tried them, I got them, I tried them all in 2018. You get what I'm trying to say. There were some honorable mentions, but if you are on my channel, like if you've watched some of my videos, you do know which palettes I like this year. There's also been a bunch of palettes on my channel this year that have been like, it's okay, it's decent, it's okay, I like it. But these are the 10 palettes that I think are really good, and if you were on the fence on any of these palettes, I would recommend them because I think they're really good, like really good. I give these the stamp of approval. I'm gonna go in no particular order, and that's basically because I love each and every one of these palettes for different reasons, but I don't think I love any of these palettes more than another. And there's always, at least for me that don't do the same makeup all over and over, there's always a certain every makeup item has a certain purpose and it can sometimes only be filled by that makeup product. That's why I'm finding it very hard to rank these palettes, so I'm not going to be ranking them. I love each and every one of these. They're all the first position to me. I'm going to mention the 3 palettes that I used in my makeup look that I did with the best products of 2019. I'm going to mention those first so we can get those out of the way. And the first one is the Pretty Much by Colourpop. I'm pretty sure that this one was released in 2018, but I know that I got it in 2018. I love this. I've been raving about this for so long. I think this is so cute. I wish that we would have more smaller palettes like this. I love the small pan size. I love the small palette. I love the sleekness. I love the cardboard. I love the color story. I love the quality. I love everything about this palette. And I love that it's so versatile, so you can get a light look, a dark look, a colorful look, a neutral look. You can do so many things with this palette, even though it's only 6 colors, and I love that. I love this palette so much, and it's so affordable. So yeah, this one is one I highly recommend, and I do hope that we will see more 6-pan palettes from Colourpop. I would love that. I would love that. Love that. And the next one is one that I also used in the video where I did the look, and it is the Creepy Cute by Strobe Cosmetics. This also has very nice and sleek packaging. The font is so cute. I love the design. I love the thought behind this. Personally, I don't need a black here, but a lot of people explain to me that the whole culture of Creepy Cute is basically pastels and the black. So I get it while trying to stay true to the culture of Creepy Cute, but personally in this palette I would have preferred if this was a pastel yellow or another pastel blue or pink. That would have been really nice, but I do love this. The quality of these pastel shadows is impeccable. They're so good, so pigmented and blendable, and I really love these, and these do not blend out into nothing, although I have heard that they might not be as spectacular on a darker skin tone. I am of a light skin tone, so I think that if you are at least fair to medium, these would look really pretty on you. And this is an amazing palette. I'm so excited that I own this one. So the third palette that I used in the look that I did in the best of 2018 video was the Hasina 2. Ooh, how the Hasina 2 just came in like a tornado and just turned everything upside down regarding like how can a palette look? Can you have a successful palette that a lot of people are really like lusting over that has no browns? I feel like I have not heard people rave about a palette that doesn't have a single brown as much as I heard people rave about this one. And that could be just in the little community where I'm at, but I feel like this palette just came in and just switched things around this year. And I'm not saying that this is the first palette with no browns, I'm not saying that, but the way that people love this palette, I feel like that is a bit different, at least from where I'm standing. I'm sure that there are other palettes out there with no browns that people have been going crazy for, but I just feel like this was a people pleaser while still being a pleaser for the ones who don't love neutral palettes. And I love this palette. I think it's so good. I think it's so amazing. I really enjoy this palette. I love the color scheme between the green and the purple and then just a pop of blue here. I love that. I think this is beautiful, and this also goes so well together. If you have some neutral palettes, you can mix the greens and the purples together with those neutrals. That is so beautiful. So yeah, that was the first palette that I pulled though, I'll be honest. When I was talking to myself about the best palettes of 2018, that was the first palette I pulled, because I was like, this one is going in for sure. And those were the three palettes that I used in my look. The second palette that I pulled that I was like, this one is going in for sure, was this one, which is my newest palette. This is the Tried palette by Juvia's Place, and this came in out of nowhere. They just ninja released this. They were like, this one is coming tomorrow, and then all of a sudden it was live on their site, and I ordered, I got it, and I loved it. And here we are in the best palette of 2018, and I've only owned this palette for, I want to say, a couple of weeks, but this is definitely one of the best palettes of 2018. This is so spectacular. The color story is so unique and amazing. All of these colors go together. This is a half orange, half green palette with a pop of a bronze here that is actually a bronze orange duochrome. This is a lime green yellow neutral duochrome. This palette is so good. The ratio between mattes and shimmers, the quality of the mattes, the quality of the shimmers, like how sleek and nice the packaging is, that it's only 9 shadows. The affordability, I love this palette. I think it's amazing. This is my new favorite palette from Juvias. Before the Zulu was my favorite. This is my new favorite from Juvias. It is absolutely stunning. I'm so excited that I got this. I'm so excited that I'm able to review this for you. The review and 3 looks for this palette is already live, and I love this. And I'm so happy that I was able to review before 2018 was over, so that I can include it in my best palettes. Another palette that was actually released by Juvia's Displays that I think is so amazing is the Festival palette. I've had some really fun looks with this palette. This red is so great. I do have a review and 3 looks up with this palette as well. Maybe I should have talked about the other palettes before, because I do have reviews and looks up with this one. I don't have it with this one. I have a review up, but I don't have looks with this. So if you want me to do something specifically with this palette, let me know, because I don't have a dedicated video to that. I also have review and a look up with this one. So let me know if you would like to see anything more with the Colourpop palette, because I could totally do that. But like I said, I do have review and 3 looks up with this one. It's like these beautiful mattes here. It's like a red, a coral, a very neon-y orange corally, this like a pastel coral and then like a neon coral. It's so cool. And then it's bright pink matte and a mustardy matte, and then we have white, blinding white shimmer that I think is so beautiful to do like cut creases or really contrast work together with these mattes. I love bright white shimmer for that. And then these 3 beautiful shimmers at the bottom. This beautiful like charcoal black gray shimmer, a turquoise shimmer, and then this pale gold that goes so well together with this. This is also a palette where you can do a bunch of different looks but you can go neutral if you want that. If you want to stick in the neutral realm, this palette will give you both, and I love that. I think that this palette is beautiful. This is one of the best reds I've ever used in my life. I love this red. On me, it pulls very true red. I do have a warm skin tone though, so when I blend out shadows, of course the skin tone that's underneath will help with how the color is seen, but on me this is a very true red, and you can see even here in the pan, I can see it in the viewfinder, that looks very true red. Love this palette. I think it's beautiful, and I'm so excited to be doing more things with this palette, and hoping to be able to get back to that palette in this year because I think it's beautiful. And while talking of Colourpop, this release, this is this the best color story that Colourpop has ever done? I think so. I think this is the best color story that Colourpop has ever done. I do have, do I have 3 looks with this palette up? I'm pretty sure I do. Do I? No, I have 2 looks up. Yeah, I have 2 looks and my thoughts on this palette, and nothing about those thoughts has changed. So I do have a dedicated video on this palette up. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh, this palette is so beautiful. It's like purples and a berry and a matte yellow, and then a bright shimmery yellow. It's so yellow that it's not even a gold anymore, it's just yellow. And then it's 3 greens here, 2 more cool tone greens, and then this beautiful muted lime shimmer. And then there's a like 2 neutrally shades here, an orange, and then this beautiful rookie color that's like an orange with blue shimmer in it. This color story is so beautiful because this is the same. This can take you to neutral realm, and it can take you to super colorful realm depending on what you do with this palette. I think this is absolutely beautiful, and if you were looking for a palette that is colorful but still not rainbow, and something that could be toned down if you wanted to and still be very affordable, the Good Sport by Colourpop, I highly recommend this one. And of course this one as well. I think both of these palettes were such good releases by Colourpop this year. I'm so excited to see some really fun releases like that from Colourpop. I hope they will be doing more things in this realm for next year. I would love to see that. Something that I reviewed I got this very early in the year. I think this was released either late January or early February. This is the Blushing Berries by Dose of Colors. I do have 3 palettes by Dose of Colors, but this is actually my favorite because this is such a beautiful berry pink red palette, and it does have a very beautiful black here at the end. I love using blacks in my palettes, but I do realize, like in my looks, but I do realize that not everybody likes that. I love the Dose of Colors formula. I love my Mauves palette as well. That one was released in 2017 though, but I love that one as well. I love the Snow Angels as well, but I think this one is my favorite, to be honest, because this is the one that I can do that beautiful all berry look, or just a beautiful berry crease, and then just go in with a shimmer from another palette, which is something that I love to do. This is impeccable quality. I hope that Dose of Colors comes out with more like monochromatic small palettes in 2019. I would love to see that, like a green or a mustard. I've said that before. I'm a broken record at this point, but an all green and an all yellow palette like this from Dose of Colors, I would love to see that. That would be so amazing. Love this one. I know they also released the Sassy Siennas at the same time. That's like a bright orange corally palette. That's also really beautiful. And I have been getting more into oranges lately, so maybe at some point I will pick that up as well because I love the Dose formula. I think it's amazing. This one. I did do 3 looks with this palette, right? And a tutorial. I know I have dedicated... Oh, what did I do? I think I did 3 looks with this palette, and then I did a roundup review where I mentioned this one. I'm pretty sure that that's what I did, right? And this is beautiful. This is the same. This is a half neutral, half colorful palette. I love those kind of palettes. I think those are beautiful. And that's also a way to like get people in and get people excited about color that wouldn't normally buy an all colorful palette. And I feel like a bunch of these palettes that I'm mentioning today are palettes that could speak to people that doesn't normally go for a very colorful palette. This one is very colorful though. It has some really bright pops of shimmers here, like a yellow, a lime green, a blue, a purple, and a turquoise. But then it also has some really beautiful matte colorful shades. Bright orange, bright pink, bright purple, and then this more muted pink, so beautiful, and then some more neutral shades. Some of these here, it's also this kind of grayish color that I think is a bit unique and kind of fun to see that in the palette, and then some matte neutral shades as well. Beautiful palette, great quality. Beach Cosmetics is also super affordable. It is a bit large, but there is a bunch of shadows in here, so that makes sense. It has a mirror, the price is really good. The front, of course, is inspired by Coachella, and yeah, this is the Weekend Festival palette, so that makes sense. I think this is beautiful. This is a great palette if you wanted to dip your toes into really colorful looks, but you still want to be able to make some neutral things, because this palette does have it all. I think this is beautiful. This is a great palette and the quality is really amazing, and this was definitely one of the best palettes of 2018. I think it's great. So I also wanted to mention this one. This is this Destiny palette by Certifeye. This was the Certifeye palette that I've been having the most fun with. I love Certifeye. I love all of their palettes. I do think though that the Tropical Wonders is still my favorite. I do have the Affinity palette. That's in my possession and I want to make some looks with it. Just haven't gotten around to it, but just know that the Affinity palette, it's around here somewhere and I am going to get to it. This is the Destiny palette. This is such a beautiful palette. I love these tones, and same, half neutral, half colorful. Who would have thought that that would be my favorite thing of 2000? Yeah, actually, most of these palettes are either palettes that are half colorful, half neutral, or colorful palettes with a pop of neutral. Who would have thought? Love this palette, love the quality. The only two shadows that need a bit more care and attention are these two shadows here at the bottom, but you can definitely work with those if you pack them on and just blend the edge. No problem. These two greens here are beautiful, especially together with the silver. I love that she put the silver here at the end. So beautiful. I had so much fun with this. I love the Certifeye formula, and I love the way that she is not afraid to put a lot of fun colors into palettes, and sleek, nice packaging. I brought this to Japan, done some really amazing looks with this, both on YouTube, because I do have a dedicated 1 palette 3 looks with this, and a review. Really love this palette. And she released 2 palettes, I believe, in 2018, and this was the favorite of the two. She does have another one as well. It's called the, what was it called? I don't remember, but I'll put it up here. I also love that palette, but I love this color story just a smidgen more, but I do love that one as well. To be honest, that could be an honorable mention because I love that one as well. It's so beautiful. I'm so excited to be trying out the Affinity palette. I just received it, like I said, and I will be trying it out. The next palette that I'm going to mention is one of the palettes that I look forward to the most to use again on my channel, because I remember when I used it on my channel, I did a 1 palette 3 looks with this. I think I did a review as well, is how much I enjoyed working with this palette and how much I enjoyed the color scheme of this palette, and it is the Xuri palette. This palette is so good. The quality, this is the biggest of the palettes that I'm going to show you, and I do wish the pans were smaller. It does have a mirror. These are big pans, and like I said, I do wish the pans were smaller, but the color story of this is amazing. It is a super warm palette that is half neutral, or not even half neutral. It has 2 browns, a black, and a bronze here, and then it's super poppy oranges, a burgundy, a pink, and this beautiful berry color that's absolutely amazing, and then these 2 very punchy shimmers here, the bright cobalt blue and a bright yellow shimmer, and these are so nice. The quality is amazing, and every time I use this, I love my looks, and I just think this is so beautiful. And I really hope that Xuri Cosmetics comes out with something more this year. I would be so excited to see another palette for them. I would personally prefer if it was smaller, yes, but oh, this color story, it's this is the ultimate warm palette with a pop of blue. This is it. This is the one, because this one is not all browns and then the blue. It's pink, it's purple, it's very bright orange yellows, and I love this one. The quality is so amazing, and I cannot wait to dig into this one again. And yeah, that was everything. That was everything. I wanted to give an honorable mention. Honorable mention is the Dream palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. That is not an eyeshadow palette. That's not why I didn't include it in this video. It is a highlighter palette, and I will put a picture up here so you can see it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful and I love it, and it's one of the palettes that I've been using the most actually this year as well. I think it's absolutely stunning and I'm so happy I have it. I do have a review of that one somewhere on my channel as well. It is a bit glittery though, so if you don't like glittery highlighters, you might not love it. And all of the highlighters lean very pink. I love a pink highlighter, so for me it's perfect. And you can really buff this highlighter into your skin to get rid of all of the glittery particles. It just will look like glass skin, and I love that. Love it. So that is definitely an honorable mention, but it's a highlighter palette, so it's gonna have to live on its own in a little bubble on its own. But yeah, those were my top 10 favorite eyeshadow palettes of 2018. Let me know, which one was your favorite in 2018? Did I miss something? Because I mean, there's a lot of palettes that has been released that I didn't try, obviously, but let me know down below, what was the favorite palettes of 2018 according to you? I would love to know. I always read all my comments down here, try to answer as many of them as possible, but it's really hard nowadays, and I've been so busy in December. Hopefully it will get better now in January. I really hope so. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I do upload quite a lot of videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!